Okay, well, here we are again back in the workshop now. One of the things I noticed when I was trying to replicate this rocker box, this rocker arm, was that there was in the pushrod hole or receptacle, if you like, in the arm itself, there was a tiny hole which I thought was a through hole to this hole in the top, which was acting as an oil cup, but it's not. It was purely a relief hole to allow for a pressed insert to be pushed in. And if you look at this, if I get a focus there, you can see I've replicated this. This is silver steel, very similar to the oil hardening steel that the arm is made from. The nice thing about this is, of course, I can heat treat this as hard as I like and then just push it into here. I've made it an interference fit, which is as the original was. Unfortunately, I lost the original somewhere in the workshop, but the original pushrod rocker also had a bend in it, and I wondered if it was a deliberate bend, but I'm now beginning to think it wasn't. I think what happened was this insert fell out of the original and got wedged in there somehow and caused it to jam and bent it. So we've got a straight one. It might not look straight to you, but I can assure you it is. It's just the way the hand filing process has made this look. I'll probably straighten it up a little bit more, tidy it up, but first thing I'm going to do is heat treat the this little insert to total hardness, and we'll push it in and see how it goes. So normally for a job like this I would use oxyacetylene equipment. I have got it, but I'm just too lazy this morning to go outside the garage, open up the lock box that it's in and switch it all on. So I'm just going to, because it's a small piece, I'm just going to heat it with a hand held torch. You can see there the heat's coming on. Heat it a bright cherry red and then quench it immediately in water, and that will make it fully hardened. So here we go. I'll just switch off. So here we go, it's almost that temperature. Once I've got that really bright, what I'll do is, instead of lifting the insert off this piece of cement block, I will lift the whole thing off with my fingers and my hands, because it won't be hot below, I hope. And I'll throw it in a bucket of water, which is just behind me. And I'll have to use both hands for that process. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Well, here we see the pushrod cup after heat treatment. It's nice and black, but otherwise unharmed. I might just tidy that up with a little bit of emery paper. I replicated a little hole in the top. It lacked as a kind of oil reservoir. I'm not really sure why they put them in the originals, but anyway, it's the same. Maybe it is just to give it some oil reservoir. Anyway, I'll clean it up with. Now, a good check on hardness. I'm hoping you can get this. I'll put the camera on top of the grinder. A good check to make for, just to make sure everything is hard, is to try and file the thing. And I'll guarantee you can't touch it if you've got it right, and you just cannot touch this with the file. So I've cleaned it up. Next thing will be to push it in. I've got to be careful I don't crack it, so I'm going to have to find something that's nice and round, or even make something that I can push in the dimple here and then squeeze it in on the press. Alright, I don't know if you can see it there. I've just machined, just filed a domed end onto set screw, an Allen set screw. So that will be used to push the insert into the rocker. I'll also put a little bit of Loctite 641 on it, just to in case there's any sort of slackness there. I don't think there is. It might be too tight. Anyway, we'll see. That's as I said, two-handed operation. I'll try maybe putting the camera on top of the grinder again, overlooking the operation, then you can see it all go horribly wrong if necessary. Maybe that's okay there. Right, let's get some Loctite on that. Now this should, this insert should go all the way in, all the way to the top of this. That's plenty in there. Should go all the way to the top of this recess. So first of all, I'll start by just seating that there. And of course I've lost my Allen set screw that I made. There it is. That's not very square at the moment, so half the battle of pushing stuff in is making sure initially that it's sitting square to the hole. That feels better there, so I think it's not too bad. Let's see what happens when I press this in. You'll either hear a crack and a curse. That's going in. That's a good tight fit, and hopefully that's not coming out of there. It's not quite in as far as I'd like, but I don't think I'm going to get any further. The other solution would be to nope, can't get any further, so unfortunately that's probably about a 30-second prod. Hopefully we can take that up with the rocker box, with the push rod when I put the engine together. As you can see, that should have been recessed by a 30-second. I thought I got my measurements right. Just looking in there, it's just where the drill that I used. I should have taken a little bit more off the top of this. It's only a 30-second of an inch. It's not going to make a great deal of difference, and I'm sure the cup's deep enough, so I'll find a push rod somewhere. There we are. Yeah, there's plenty of room there. You can see the push rod goes quite deeply in. I don't think that's going to move anywhere, so we'll call that a good job, just about. The only other thing to do would be to try and tackle it with the ball-nosed carbide mill, but I doubt whether even that would do anything with it. I might give it a try, I don't know. Anyway, that's it for now.